now that the Catla, labeo Catla has been out of the picture, out of this tank for several weeks, the giant Siamese carp are looking much better. A nice scaling. Nobody's ripping them up and pushing them around anymore. They're much calmer too. They're beginning to eat better, and they look bigger and thicker. That's the bigger one. That's the smaller one. The Catla resides on the other side in the adjacent 240. Also eating to its heart's content. Also getting pretty thick. So I'm excited to see how big they're gonna grow. Finally, after 9 years, I got them growing with the help of, with the advices of Dennis, our peer and benevolent colleague from Cambodia. The giant Siamese are not eating as much as he said, as Dennis tells me they should be expected. Dennis said expect, what did you say, Dennis? 1 kilogram of growth per month. That is 3 kilograms per month, he said, which would be huge. Or 3 pounds, I forgot, I need to look it up. We're nowhere near that mark. But we're looking much better, much thicker than when we took these guys, all 3 of them, out of the 25,000, where they spent 6 years having a lot of space, but not being able to eat enough, being slow and timid feeders. So I'd say the experiment has proven right, that they were underfed, really badly underfed by probably like 10 times. In the prior huge tank, including the Catla too, all 3 of them. So we need to start thinking about where to put them next, because at this growth rate, they already are too big for this tank, but it'll only get worse and worse, which would be a good problem to have. But we need to think where we're going to put them next. These poor guys cannot compete with koi. Koi are very greedy and very fast. Versus them, they're fast eaters, even though overall koi are slow eaters. But these guys are so slow that even koi they can't compete with them. Koi carp. Once again, for those of you who missed our prior videos on these fish, we got all 3 of them in 2015 from Ray Chan of Amazing Fish. They grew pretty quickly to about 1.5 feet, probably over a couple of years or a year, and then they just stopped. So for the next 7 to 8 years, they haven't been growing noticeably at all. And now we know why. They do produce, I mean, they eat a lot and produce a lot of stringy poop, like the one hanging out of the anus of the smaller one all this time. It's laying around over there near the drain. So it'd be awesome if we could put them somewhere near the runoff of the water, so I don't have to clean the filters too much because of that production. They're still a little timid. Every time we feed the peacock bass first and then them, they hesitate a lot more and they sulk after that and they're afraid. Also, for some reason, they're much more outgoing in the morning. In terms of the feeding, I can pretty much throw it in their mouth. But when I come out for the second feeding at night, they're hesitant and they're, again, timid, shy. And it takes them a while to start coming to the surface and sucking in the pellets. Right now we give them hickory, basic nutrition pellets. Let's say probably about quarter pound each day, something like that. Maybe half a pound. I doubt it's half a pound. I wish they ate half a pound. Again, sometimes they're so timid that I give them a lot of pellets and they don't eat them. When the placo is cleaning them up and producing a lot of stringy pieces also. Anyhow, that's a little update on the trio. Some of you said that the giant Siamese carp can see the labeo Catla from, because they're in neighboring tanks and they're still intimidated. Maybe that's true. Maybe that's why they're not eating as much as I would like them to. Not as much as they were eating before I transferred Catla in their tank. Back then they were eating a lot more also. So maybe you're right. Maybe it's the sheep in a cage next to a wolf's cage syndrome. I'm sure you know this story, how there were two cages set side by side and one of them had a wolf and the other one has a sheep, and the sheep died from a heart attack or whatever, from nervousness and stress. But the sheep could only see the wolf. The wolf couldn't touch it. So maybe that's what's happening here too, in a way. You can let me know in the comments what you think about it. Alright. Thank you for watching, guys, as always.